Oh, hi there. Tonight's video is going to be about this new channel I've stumbled upon called Career China. Basically, it hasn't been up very long, and you know, it's in a genre of YouTube channels that I'm sure there's plenty of. I have seen other videos over the years from other channels, but this one has just started. It was established sometime in December of last year, and they only have about, what, 15 videos. They've only been making videos for about 3 months. 21 subscribers. I'm one of them. So, not tremendously very successful channel, but it is presented in such a way that it looks like it's a legitimate channel, unlike mine, where I look like amateur YouTube creator. But anyway, I saw this channel, watched some of the quick videos they had. They're not very long, not very detailed or anything like that. uh, Mostly of them trying to convince people to go over there and learn to be ESL teachers. Uh, Specifically Americans, but probably Canadians too. Uh, yeah, they want them to go over there and be teachers. They're saying there's great opportunity for improving your resume, to make money, to have great adventure, low cost of living, and all this sort of stuff, all the normal rhetoric you hear when you hear about traveling to Asia. And I am adamantly against it because I can see, people I knew growing up going in and believing this bullshit. Like, they show video of certain places in Asia, like Hot Shit or He She or whatever the fuck that place was called that one guy went in China. Uh, One of the douchebags. What was his name? Here, I'll just look it up real quick. I forget. I can't even be bothered. Anyway, yeah, like he shows it, and he shows a very vacant looking city, like very clean, very nice looking. The buildings are all nice, and it's a propaganda stint. Asia is overcrowded everywhere. I mean, there are ghost cities where there's nobody, but uh, they're able to compile video to make it look like it isn't the way they're describing it. Um, what it is you're gonna go there and you're gonna see exactly what it is if you're inclined to do so. And when you go there, the conditioning and indoctrination begins. You don't know it, but if you go there to be a teacher, um, you'll go there, meet people who are educators themselves. Maybe they speak English, they probably do, because they want you to get there. They want white people to go there and work. And as I've explained in previous videos, the Chinese government is not to be trusted on any circumstances. No Asian country really is. They're very fickle warlords. If they can cook up a reason to take somebody away, they will. And being innocent doesn't guarantee your safety. I mean, it doesn't anywhere, but it especially doesn't in Asia, where they particularly like to fucking do bad things to white people. The people in power over there do not like white people. Get that through your fucking head. A lot of these people are fucking pseudo intellectuals as well. Like, there's this one woman, and she's like, "Oh, I really enjoy teaching, blah, blah, blah. I was gonna move to South Korea, but I decided to go to China." She's 25 years old, and she's a fucking idiot. Ooh, she's got her master's. Real fucking smart. She's a well-trained dog, is what she is. She's fucking going off there and not even having a fucking slightest clue that the shit can turn sideways just like that. I know I'm gonna have people say, "Oh, you're sounding a little salty there," but I've lived in a city in a Western country where there are Asians everywhere, and they're fucking racist over here too, even though they get all the opportunities that white people get, and they have no reason to complain, but they do. The law is on their side as far as anything that could be even remotely construed as hate speech against them. There are two types. There are those that know what's going on, and then there are also those who know what's going on, but decide to put on the bureaucratic, politically correct face, and they'll shaft fellow white people to advance their own needs. They're despicable. They're the people who should go to fucking Asia, but they don't because they know. They've seen the video evidence of all the horrible things that go on over there, and they wouldn't dream of going over there, most of them. And the ones that go over there have some sort of sick fetish of I don't know what. Like I couldn't even think of it. Like I don't even know. I don't even want to know. But I'm not gonna sit idly by and see YouTube channels pop up promoting the idea that Asia's this great, clean, wealthy, interesting, adventurous place to go because it's not. Great Wall of China was built by fucking millions of fucking slaves. That's supposed to be their crowning achievement. It's a fucking, you know, yeah, yeah, a picture, sure. That's all I need. I ain't gotta go there and see it and have a fucking Chinese Secret Service breathing down my neck. And people just don't get things. Like they don't understand that you go over there, it's a whole total different animal than it is over here. Uh, you think when someone says secret police and a secret government, shadow government, that it strictly means the United States. A lot of people actually believe this. They don't clue in that almost every significant country has their own version of the secret police, and they don't operate under normal bounds. They make decisions that don't make any sense to normal people because we've all been dumbed down. I'm not saying that they're enlightened over there because they're not. They're just as dumbed down because you need a population to know what they're doing as far as, their particular job, but you don't want them knowing nothing else. And people are naturally inclined to hoard information to themselves anyway, unless they're a teacher, which in case they give you the dummy version so that they have it over you because it gives them some sort of intellectual stimulation. Trust me, there are endless video streams of how horrible Asia is. Now, you ain't gonna find it, and wouldn't recommend you go looking for it if you directly go for it. Every now and then it'll pop up on a Facebook feed or whatever, but for the most part, it doesn't really show up. They disguise it so that people aren't cognizant of what it actually is like over there. And yeah, like okay, in a lot of Asian countries, it's the death penalty if you're smuggling in drugs. You would go, well, that seems fair, and their logic behind it is because, well, if they're smuggling drugs, that means they're there to do harm to many people, and that they're just one person, and therefore this is for the greater good. The problem is that logic can be twisted. I probably did explain this, but I'm going to explain it again. That logic can be twisted in the sense that if one person can set a precedence, then it doesn't matter what happens to that one person, even if they're innocent, even if they're totally innocent. What if the agents just decide, well, we have X amount of tourists here, X amount of teachers, blah, 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 or whatever reason they're there. Let's just draw one from the hat and say it was a drug dealer so that we can just grab one. It doesn't matter. They're very quixotic, very fictional, and they make decisions, and life and death doesn't matter to them, and they don't care if you're innocent or not. And our government will just flat out deny that it happened. You'll get, obviously family members pleading for the release of their family member. being held captive, but it never really goes anywhere. It goes into the chain of bureaucracy over there, and nothing happens. And there are other reasons why certain individuals could get in trouble for going to Asia, and it doesn't seem to make any sense to normal people because they just don't think of these things. But supposing as a hypothetical that you knew someone who spoke ill of the Chinese government right on a social media platform for everyone to see. Supposing you associated in any way whatsoever with that person, and that could be anything. Like you've got to deal with this person on a regular basis. You don't even have to like them. And you know, someone from China finds out, and you go, "Well, how's someone from China gonna find out?" I guess that would be fair enough, but as I said in a previous video, it's like we're in East Germany with the Stasi running around. If you speak ill or say anything of a controversial nature on social media like I do, they will be snitches out there. And if you point out obvious facts about the world, facts they probably know themselves, but are they don't want brought to public light. They most certainly don't want people knowing about it. They'll snitch on you, and they may in fact be from Hong Kong. Plenty of people around here are from Hong Kong. They travel there all the fucking time. What if they download one of my videos onto their iPhone, fucking iPad, I don't give a fuck, whatever the fuck it is, and they go, right, I'm taking this video back to Hong Kong, and once it gets there, totally different jurisdiction, totally different set of rules, do whatever they want with it. The video could go anywhere. And this can happen to anybody on YouTube. And you could be talking about anything. And the thing is, it is a good place to get up and going for a career on YouTube. I'm not afraid of who watches my videos. I don't give a fuck. I'm a white guy. I'm a white supremacist. I'm better than you. So anyway, yeah, as I was saying, my video can be taken down and re-uploaded in Asia, and it could get to the secret police over there, just because I advised people against traveling to Asia, because I'm telling you, they are exactly like, well, the best person to you could describe would be Aku from Samurai Jack. Very untrustworthy character. He's always up to something, and life and death doesn't mean anything to him. That is what the real warlords of Asia are like. Not exactly like Aku, because Aku is Japanese, but Gook, Jap, Nip, Chink, what's the difference? They're all Asians anyway, and there are way too many of them. Of course, some people are going to go, well, you got kind of a harsh, salty opinion on the matter. Yes, I do. I don't like them. And I am sick of these pickle mushheads running around who have been untrained, they're dogmatic, and they listen to their rhetoric, and they don't think. They're just trained to do. I used to be that way, but I was trained not to listen to mainstream media. When you're growing up, chances are you're going to listen to society, you're going to listen to mainstream media, you're going to listen to your parents, and the friends around you will be around your age, and the same media will be available to them, the same social conditioning will be similar, and they can just grow up not knowing about these certain problems, which in a way is good because there's a lot of shit you don't want to know about, but the wrong mentality is put in place. This idea that we're all about equalism, and we can travel to places, and we can expect the same from other people. Bullshit. They send fucking white people over there to normalize relations with Asians. The people up top, they don't ever go to Asia. There's not people from high standings that go there, but they go out there not wanting to. They go there because their boss told them to, and they're in a social circumstance where they have to go. And then you get people further down the chain who don't even know that and go there because they go, well, it's business conference, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, you could be a 50-year-old businessman and not know the problem over there. Because if you knew, you wouldn't fucking go. If my fucking business said, we need you to go to Asia to go to this conference, fuck you. I fucking quit. It ain't worth it. It ain't fucking worth it at all. And, some people, they just don't fucking get it. Fucking blockheads is what they are. And the thing is, the political elite over here don't want this information being spread around because then it all unravels the real problems of the world. That big giant fucking black hole over there in fucking Asia that just fucking wants to take in the entire white race and make it disappear. And it does this by dragging in important people, keeping them there, and having those important people drag in more people, and then so on and so forth until everyone is there, and then the white race gets extinguished. We have to accept facts that there are white people over there that they may or may not know it, but they are trapped there in one way or another. I mean this like they may go, well, the social circumstances of their living there are quite comfortable. Maybe they're quite wealthy where they are. Maybe it turns out they're too busy, or they got them focused on certain projects that they are really, really interested in, and really they're investing a lot of their effort into. Or sometimes it's just there's an armed guard saying you can't leave. And then there's the ones in the prisons and the mental asylums and all that other sort of stuff. And as I said, you could be totally innocent and they could decide they don't like you. And they don't like you, but you're not going anywhere. Ooh, okay. And you can't talk your way out of this situation. You go, well, I'll just go to my fancy smartphone and I'll phone blah, 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 the consulate, blah, blah. You're in their jurisdiction. But not only are they going to take your phone, but if you kept your phone, it'd probably be like, well, I'm phoning my consulate. Ha 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 ha! I got you now, my boy. You think you talk about consulate? You get maggots for fucking lunch with your rice in 2 days' time. You starve for 2 days. You fucking white people, you're spoiled. You was a race, you're spoiled. Why should I feel bad for you when the millions of fucking Asians who fucking starve all the time? Why should I feel bad for white man? Anyway, that was my impersonation. I'm just trying to relay a message here that it is a fucking sick and twisted world over there. And I could see young people being brought up in a world where it seems normal. And you can go over there and nothing will happen. And you can go over there, make money, come back home, and everything be fine. But it doesn't always end up that way. And when it doesn't end up that way and the person's innocent, that story never happened. Doesn't exist. Not in mainstream media. They don't talk about it on the television or the internet or anywhere like that. It didn't happen. Sorry guys, I'm not taking one for the team, and I don't think anyone else should. I'm fucking giving them a heads up on it. Because that's when it really starts getting fucked up. Like, I could understand the government's position on going, well, we have to normalize relations with the Chinese. And to do that, we have to do this over generations. And there's going to be some bumps in the road and disagreements. And there are going to be issues and problems because we're completely different cultures. But the thing is, The personality, the ideology behind the political elite in Asia is never going to change. And no amount of white people going there to smooth things out with the local populace is ever going to convince them otherwise. Not only because they're dirt poor over there and they look at all white people as being fat, lazy, and spoiled, um, but they also go, well, historically they've been assholes and things like that. They've done this, they've done that. Bad Vietnam War, bad this, and they just they deserve to be shamed on. I know that. I'm 31 years old, and my whole life, all I've heard from the mainstream television, all I've heard from the conditioning in my social environment is bad white man, stupid white man, and that's the general message. And didn't actually phase me too much because I never believed it. I surpassed it. I figured out exactly what was wrong, and now I'm articulating it, and I'm doing so in such a fashion that people go, "Oh, you must be, you, do you know where you are? You're on the internet. Somebody could see you." That's kind of the idea here. I want to make money off the YouTube, and I'm not asking. I'm telling people you're gonna pay me whether you like it or not. I don't hoard images or video that occasionally crop up on social media of what happens in Asia, particularly what they do to dogs and cats and things like that. I don't hoard that stuff. I don't even like. If anyone posts it, I immediately block that person because even on relatively normal Facebook pages, it may pop up. Not usually on ones where it's about a specific topic, like the Vancouver Canucks or uh, Militaria websites or anything for examples. Um, some Star Wars ones, whatever. Uh, the DC Comics, Marvel, when they're talking about Wonder Woman, there are certain buzzwords and things like that where the Facebook Gestapo comes in right away and bam, you only have to say one word that they don't like. Recently, I said the word Jew on Facebook on a Wonder Woman topic, and I got banned for 30 days for saying a three-letter word. Um, yeah, anyway, I know there's a lot of white guys out there that would agree with me for various reasons. They don't also make videos. Um, I'm in a unique situation, though, where I can talk about this sort of stuff, and if you don't like my video, you can piss off. But if you expect me to fucking come crawling on my hands and fucking knees to these very fucking people who would fucking keep me in chains if they could, and fucking talk to me like an idiot forever, and just be the fucking big giant asshole in the world, you're fucking wrong. People like me are gonna find a way around you. And if you don't like it, if it's not in your business interest, regardless of your skin color, fuck you. You can be the fucking Elliot Carver over there, and I don't give a shit about you. Anyway, that's what I got. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.